Welcome. I'm going to show you how to edit the flat lay mug mockup in Photopea. First go to photopea.com in any web browser, photopea.com. I'm using Google Chrome. It worked a little faster than Safari, so if you're having trouble with your web browser, you might want to check out Google Chrome. And once Photopea is up, just double click on Open from Computer and find the mockup. And then it's going to load for a few seconds. And once it does, we're going to be doing a lot in this handy layers panel right here. If you don't see the layers panel, you want to click on window up here and then scroll down to layers to bring it up. And then once that's up, just click the arrow next to the mug layer to expand that layer group. And then to insert your design, you want to double click the thumbnail icon in the design dash layer. And that's going to open up a smart object where you can copy and paste your design. Then go to File, Open, and find your design. And then just go to Select All, then Edit, Copy. And then click back on the Smart Object tab. And then go to Edit, Paste. And it's thinking for a second right now. It looks like it's working on loading some of these ads. Right, and once it pasted in, you might want to resize it. I pressed Command minus to zoom out. It would be Control minus on a PC. And then just hold down the Shift key and drag any one of the four corners to resize it. I'm dragging in to make it smaller. You can drag out to make it bigger. You can click and drag to move it into place if you need to. And then when you're satisfied with that, just go to File, Save Smart Object. And then after a few seconds, it'll tell you the Smart Object has been updated. And you can just click the X to close the Smart Object tab. And then you can close your original graphics. And the design will be on the mug just like that. You can also change the color of the rim and the handle. Just double click the thumbnail icon in either of the color dash layers. And that should open up the color picker. Sometimes I've had it open up the properties panel instead. So if you see the properties panel, just click the layer tab and then double click the swatch under color fill to open up the color picker. And once you see the color picker, just click anywhere in this rainbow slider to choose a color, and then click in this gradient box to change the lightness and darkness of that color. You can also just enter the numbers here if you know them. And once you have a color you like, if you want to use the same color for the rim, just click in the box next to hex, and then drag to highlight that number, and then press Command C on a Mac or Control C on a PC to paste that or to copy that, and then double click the thumbnail icon in the other color layer, and then just click in the hex box, drag to select the number, and press Command V on a Mac or Control V on a PC to paste the number you just copied. And then you'll have the same color for the rim and the handle. You can adjust the shading on the mug. Just click the eye icon next to the more shading layer. And you can click the More Shading layer and click the down arrow next to Opacity and drag the slider to the right to make it more contrasty, or to the left to make it more subtle. And let's see, you can also adjust the lightness and darkness of the shadows under the mug. You can click the arrow next to Shadows Under Mug to expand that layer group, and then click the arrow to expand the Shadows layer group, and then click on either of the shadows, and then just click the arrow next to Opacity and just drag the slider to adjust the lightness and darkness of the shadows. You can add more shadows if you have a dark background by clicking the eye icon next to the More Shadows layer, and then just clicking the More Shadows layer and clicking the down arrow next to Opacity and just dragging the slider again. You can change the background if you want to. To do that, you just need to open and copy and paste your image. So go to File, Open, and then find your background image. And then go to Select All, then Edit, Copy, and then click back on the mug mockup, and then go to Edit, Paste, It's been a little bit slow today. Here we go. Now it pasted it in there for us. If you had the top layer selected, it might have pasted your background on top of everything. If it does something like that, just click and drag it to the bottom. And then once you're good, just go to File to save it. If you want to use this as a thumbnail online, like on Etsy, you want to save a version as a JPEG. So just go to File, Export as JPEG to save a JPEG. You can also come back and go to File, Save as PSD to save a layered PSD file to your Downloads folder. And that's all there is to editing the flat lay mug mockup in Photopea. Please message me if you have any questions at melissabmockups.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you get updates to future videos. And as always, this mockup and other mockups are available at melissabmockups.com. Thank you.